What's so funny?
My wife.
So I can't hear you.
Minutes until showtime.
I said my wife. It makes me cry. Oh my god. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What up, cuz? I see you.
Four minutes until showtime. 3 minutes until showtime. 2 minutes until showtime. 1 minute until showtime. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' a Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you.
Say it one more time.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' a Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you.
Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it so you niggas can't forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles Riddick, with my game up the bar, so your girl'll let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can't argue this. Cause if you found something better, you would sip Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listening, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christians. Turn to Philippians. Nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, take my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show is rocking. Fat Cat, remember that when your girl is shocking. When them headphones are knocking. Fat Cat Show and you don't stop the knocking.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' a Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you.
Say it one more time.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' a Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you.
Here we go. Yo. What's cracking? You rockin' with your boy, the preacher's grandson, the thinking deacon, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rites. Y'all know who it is. That's Fat Cat, and I'm down with my dog Roof. Y'all know who it is. That's T. Satellite, but Bills. What's cracking?
What's up with you?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just trying to. This weather, dude. What's up with all this up and down? And it was pretty nice for the most part today, but you know we still, all this up and down stuff, man. I don't too much.
Yeah, I was reading your Facebook post. You was talking about how they controlling the weather now.
Man, they've been doing that.
No, I don't believe that.
Climate? You don't believe in climate control?
I'm talking about I don't believe the control with somebody sitting around with a dial saying, "Oh, we're gonna make it be 70 degrees today. We're gonna make it be 50 degrees today."
Oh man, you know what? just live. That's all I can say. Just live. I don't know. I mean,
but you think they can actually control the weather?
I believe they can put certain things in the air, mixtures and stuff to make it rain, to make it do whatever they want to. They've been doing that since the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, you got them doing all kinds of scientific stuff around here. You don't believe that they can make germs and chemicals that could wipe a nation out. You think they can't do?
That's different than somebody controlling Mother Nature.
What? All it takes is certain things to go up in the air to cause rain.
I know, but we talking about from the weather from hot to cold though.
Well, hey, I think they can do anything they want to.
Hey man, I'm just trying to see what's going on in your man.
Going on in my hey little buddy.
Well, I gotta be a little buddy because I asked you a question, man. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Wallace told you to look up HARP. Look up the HARP machine.
Oh, Wallace said it. Oh, okay.
You silly, but anyway, for those listening, I just want to say, make sure y'all subscribe to Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube, and also you can check us out on Spotify, Deezer, iHeart, TuneIn, all of the above the platforms, and just check us out, and also on Periscope and Twitter. So like I said, before we start our show, we want to give our birthday shout outs to everybody that has birthdays, and we want to also give our condolences to people that have lost someone. And I just, and I'm starting to see that the numbers are not like they were, but I'm still seeing people that are still dying from the virus and stuff like that. But it's I don't know if the numbers are exaggerated or what, or but I'm not seeing it as much on Facebook now, unless it's just people that I'm not Facebook friends with. What about you on your end?
People are dying. That's all I know right now. I just found out today that somebody that I knew passed away from the coronavirus. So people are still dying from it.
Oh, okay, okay,
It's probably not being reported the same way, and we know the news is not reporting.
right.
The only reason I probably know that a lot of people are dying from it is from Facebook.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So, hey, it is what it is. What can we say? I think we'll never get everything that comes on our end, information wise, will always kind of be exaggerated or so. You know what I mean? Huh?
I know what you mean.
Oh, thank you, little buddy. But anyway,
Hey, it ain't gonna be no more of your little buddies, man.
but I wanna ask a question though. I to make the situation a little bit lighter. Do you think people in their 40s, like early 40s or 50s, can still listen to rap?
Yeah, it depends on where you are in life. I really can't listen to it because the artist is out right now. They talking about things that I can't relate to.
Okay,
Like,
but let's say this. Okay, some of the things that I used to listen to, I could say that I'm not. I couldn't listen to it no more, like the gangster stuff. You know, people
mhm.
talk about shooting somebody and all that. That ain't me. But I still enjoy rap to a certain extent. Like I could go back and listen to Run DMC and all of that. I could go back and listen to all that type of stuff. You know.
But can you go back and listen? Name one '90s rapper you can go back and listen to.
Oh boy, Tribe Called Quest.
I can't even name five of their songs.
I can listen to Tribe Called Quest, Busta Rhymes. I can listen to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But all that, and I still listen to them. But other than that, all that hardcore, I shoot you in the head. You know, blah, put holes in your butt like rat cheese. All that
Yeah,
stuff. I can't do
yeah. I try to listen to some old school, some stuff, some rap from when I was young, and I just can't do it. I'm
it.
talking about, I feel like this. If you can't play it with kids in the car, you shouldn't be listening to it.
like anything like what Spice One and all of that. And matter of fact, speaking of Tribe Called Quest, Q-Tip talking about coming out with 3 albums, and
You gonna buy it?
he 50 years old.
Are you gonna?
I rock Tip stuff. You know, I rock it. I love Tribe Called Quest.
When's the last time you bought some rap music?
Oh, it's been a
Who was the
minute.
artist?
It's been a minute.
Who
It's
was the artist?
it's been a minute. I can't even tell you.
I
I
can remember the last CD that I bought.
But don't nobody buy CDs though. Everybody's streaming.
Guess who it was?
What?
Exhibit. His first CD.
Wow.
That's the last time I bought a CD.
I think I think the last time I bought something that had to be like right when I first was dating my wife. That was the last time I went, and I think it was like, oh man, I can't even. No, you know what? The last CD, honestly, I bought was Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, I thought you bought
Yeah, nah, you ain't thought nothing. I ain't told you nothing. So don't speak for me. Speak for yourself. You bought Village People. That's what you bought. So don't mess with me and Sylvester. Yeah. How about that? How about that one right there? But let me ask this: when was the last time you were able to even listen? When was the last time you listened to a rap CD?
I couldn't tell you.
Cause I know you was like your daughter was playing some stuff in the car and you was like,
Yeah.
you
Oh
was,
man, I was cringing. They was calling women B's and H's, and I asked, I said, "How can you listen to this bull crap?" They calling women B's and H's, and I'm like, "Dang, is that coming out of my mouth?" Oh, the stuff that I used to listen to. Oh man, I'm sounding like an old school parent now.
yeah. So let me ask you this: Can you actually really down the generation under us for listening to the stuff?
No, I don't down them. I think the music that the young people's what they're listening to is for them. You're supposed to grow up, mature, and you can't listen to the same kind of music. Even though the old school gangster music I used to listen to, I can't listen to it now.
Right.
Um, and I think that's what's wrong with our entire generation. They don't grow up with the times. Like you have older men still dressing like the 16-year-olds. Like they wear skinny jeans. They say, "I'm gonna go get some skinny jeans too."
Right.
Like when we was young, that men wore slacks.
Right. But you know what? The the baggy G started in art with us.
No, I'm saying as far as dressing like grown men
Yeah.
or dressing like your age group.
Right.
I see guys. I'm 46 now, so I see guys wearing chains outside their shirts. I used to do nothing but wear jewelry. I don't wear jewelry now. I'm old. But you get the new Jordans. I'm like, for what? If you 46 years old and you go get some Jordans, guess what you would look like?
An old man with Jordans.
An old man with his son's shoes on.
You know what? Let me say this. I don't think it's nothing wrong with a person. If you want to go get it to go get it. If you want it, I mean, no matter what age. That's the thing about it. What old girl say that we tease about? She said ages. You ages.
No, ageism.
Ages or something. She said, but I don't think because I think it's to say you too old to do this or you too old because it is nothing wrong with a person older having something, but if you rocking the gear and you acting like you younger than you actually are, then that's when something is wrong with it to me.
Let me ask you this. I know you're a married man, so it's hard for me. I know I can't ask you this. I'll put it in a different kind of way. I'll put myself in this scenario. Okay, I see a woman from across the street, right? She got a nice body and everything. I'm like, oh man. So I holler at her. I run across the street to go talk to her, right? Because I see this body, I see this young hairdo, and she turns around. She about 55, 56 years old. Like, what the hell?
So it discouraged you, huh? Huh?
I thought it was something else. And women can do the same way. I mean, would it make a woman 46 years old look at another man 46 and say, "Ooh, he got a nice chain on. He got some money." Women my age want you to pay the mortgage, the rent, the gas, the light bill. You can't get away with spending gym shoe money.
Right. You know you right about that. I mean my thing is this. Could you actually do everybody look silly? Just say if you think it's silly for you to walk in a shoe store and just say, "Go get you some Jordans." Would that look silly?
Look, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about what's good for me. It might not be good for everybody else. For me, I'll get the shoes that's comfortable. I go with comfort first before style. Because there's some shoes I can't even. I have to wear Rockports. My feet jacked up like that. I'm talking about. I like Adidas. They look nice to me, but if I put them on, I can't even walk to the corner with them.
I mean, I hear that, but I just think, I don't know how to say it without sounding kind of like biased, because I do think there are limitations to.
Okay, let me ask you this: what's the last pair of gym shoes you bought?
You want to know? You want me to laugh at? You want to get a laugh right now?
Yeah.
The last I just went and bought some Jordans.
Wow.
That's the laugh.
You got some good feet, huh?
I just went and bought some Jordans. You know what the thing is?
How much you spend for on them?
They were $90.
Oh, you must have got the knockoff Jordans. I'm
No,
saying the real Jordans.
no, they were $90, dude.
No, no, no. Where you get them from? Burgers and Co Factory?
No, I got them from your house. What about that? Nah, but they were $90. So I don't believe whatever it is. See, I'm not caught up on that. They some nice looking.
I didn't know you can get Jordans for $90.
Matter of fact, let me see. No, they in the room. I ain't even go do it. But
Wow, you ain't gonna do us like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
no, no, it's not bragging, but they are nice looking, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with buying something that you say these are nice, and and I wanna rock them, because for the most part, I got
Which Jordans did you get, man?
I got the ones under his new brand, under his brand.
What's the name of them?
Jordans.
Nah, all the Jordans got names, man.
Wait a minute, Jalen. Since you wanna get specific a little bit, I don't. I got two pairs of them, so I don't.
Hey, you killing them out here.
I mean, the only reason I got them is I got some like some really like some blue top 10 Adidas that I don't wear because I don't go nowhere. I got some
Oh,
I
okay.
got some I got some peanut butter colored type.
Oh,
I got some peanut butter colored like Adidas that I don't go nowhere, so they practically brand new. And
I know your son can't wait till you can fit your shoes, huh?
huh?
Your son can't wait till you can fit your shoes, huh?
Yeah. I mean, basically, hey, Jalen.
Hey, man, you ain't gotta go get the shoes, man.
No, because
Look, dude. I don't care about no gym shoes.
no. I'm just saying that since you said
Okay,
the
what I'm
name,
saying is, I don't care about no gym shoes, all right?
no, so you talk about every Jordan got names. I was seeing get that box right there for me. Shoes. It's right there. Under the bag. Under the bag right there. Shoe box. maybe you can tell. That's how you know I'm old. I just like shoes. You see you see him? Okay, this one is matter of fact, and I got a black pair.
What the hell? Oh yeah, I seen those in Burlington Copac. You could have got those for $49.
Man, you ain't seen these at no damn Burlington Coat Factory.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
It was right by the socks.
Yeah, whatever. Such a hater. You such a hater. But hey, like I said, if I like it, I'm gonna buy it. You know, even though these probably be new forever, because I'll never really. All I go to is church. But if me and my wife happen to step out of something, and I want to have something casual, nice on my feet, or something.
They'll be like, "Ooh, he got the new Jordan. He got the Jordans on." You be like, "Yeah."
Because every time,
250.
every time you don't want to be wearing no, you don't want to wear dressy type stuff all the time, and you just want to, look nice. I don't feel there's nothing wrong with it. And I mean, anybody that's listening right now, that's in the audience, that's in their 40s or so, that still kind of buy things, that you want to wear, let us know. That number is 646-564-9728. I don't think it's nothing wrong. That's why most of the women, most women be out there rocking the tight gear and all that stuff. What do you think is too much for a woman in her 40s or older?
I don't know. I don't talk about women.
Man,
they can wear whatever they want to wear.
So if like, just say if me and you was going to hang out, and I pulled up at your crib and I was bumping Spice One, you'd be looking at me crazy.
No, I just cut that down, man. You can't even hear that ambulance of the police.
You know what? If I was bumping Spice One, I'd be looking at myself crazy. I've been and drove myself to the hospital.
Look, man, I can't name a Spice One song.
I can't even tell you. I ain't listened to
180 proof or whatever. Is that one? 187 proof.
Okay, wait a minute. Wallace said, I no longer care about brands. I buy based on quality, though. Yeah, right. And that's how I am. But what I'm saying, Wallace, is that if you see something that look nice, if it's Jordans or whatever, a coat, a nice coat that you want. See, I'm not all about. I always been kind of funny with money, so that's why I never, when Jordans was, real hot, when he was with Nike and all that stuff, and they were real hot to buy, I didn't go out and buy no $100, $200 pair of Jordans. That wasn't me. I don't care. I really don't care. Long as they look nice, you know what I'm saying? I'll buy me a $19 pair of jeans, a $15 pair of jeans. It don't matter as long as it look nice on me.
Yeah, you a married man. Nobody care how you look.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. But that
they got some new designer suspenders you can put on.
And they got a Minjo T-shirt that you can put on. Keep on. You can keep it up all you want to with me.
You can grab the suspenders and be like, Is Minjo's open today?
Yeah. You can get your tight leather skinny jeans too. keep on playing. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I just don't feel like it. I mean, if you do, even though sometimes it look, sometimes people say how funny things look to me, to them, and to me, they overlook other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, some people, I might set some people off. we say old man look funny trying to wear young clothes. You know, but we'll overlook a dude that got a dress on. Some people
No,
overlook.
I won't look at. I won't say that. You know what? I don't look at men. That's what I say. So I don't care what you put on.
I'm just saying they'll overlook. They'll overlook a dude. I'm just saying. It's funny to me that we put that all of our things, like especially with African Americans, that we have age limits, like on our music. Mick Jagger now could perform rock and roll all the way up until they 90 and 100 years old.
But it's the content of the music. Because a lot of things that I used to listen to, like I told you before, I used to be a big Tupac fan. I got older and I tried to listen to Tupac's music, and I'm like, what the? You know, I had bills, bullcrap that's to happen to me in life. I don't want to hear about some dude talking about he wanted to blow his brains out, and if he wouldn't have, and if he died tonight, like what the hell? You
But
going down? If I die tonight, if I die tonight, I'm
but
just going to get some chips.
but you know what? I'm gonna say this, and we gonna move on. You silly. But I can say this. But he still got some content that you could take and be like,
Like what? Even though it's heaven sent, it's not meant for us to have a black president.
white man's world.
I,
He said, "What?
That's knowledge to that's knowledge to you. It's not knowledge to me now. When I was young, I'm like, he kicking knowledge. Now I'm older, I'm like, he talking about shit that I know I'd have been through. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute." Wallace got something. He said, "I take that back. Some brands have the quality I look for, and then I become loyal based on that, but not because of trends and peer pressure." Amen. Amen. Okay. Well, let me move on to our next topic, and this is something that me and you always heavily discuss, and it's what do you expect to get out of church, even if you don't go? Because I see we get in situations that especially like this pandemic, and a lot of people give the church flack, and they be like, these churches ain't opening up doing this, they're not doing that. But then even before the pandemic, I know several churches, including my church, that we do giveaways all the time. Marvin Wyan's church, they pay people's gas bills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I know their church generates more money than our church, but we give out clothes, we give out food. Matter of fact, we helped a young lady that was having a baby. We gave a baby, gave her a crib and all of that stuff. So it's like most of the church. It's just funny to me that some people that don't go are always critical of the church. So I just wonder, what do people expect out of the church? What do they expect?
People go to church just to say they went to church, or they think church is about a feeling. They want the church to make them feel good for the day. That's why they can walk in the church and be an angel, then walk outside the church and be the devil.
You know what? Because like I said, for years I look at, not all churches are good. Not all churches are good, but there are churches that's out there that are really trying to make impacts in their community. There are pastors that are actually trying to help people convert their ways and do things. So I'm gonna say this, like I said, I never forget being a young man, and when that guy came around the corner, he heard my grandfather preaching. He was going to kill his wife, and he came in the church with an axe and a shotgun, And my grandfather prayed for him, and he put that axe and shotgun down. So a lot of people don't see, that type of stuff that might be helping, that person. The church might have stopped somebody that was about to kill you or rob you. You never know. You just never know. So it's, some people take their spiritual side. We all fall off. We all have our weak spiritual moments some of the times, but I think you should think before you be critical about something, especially that you don't participate in, or you really don't fully understand it like you think you do. I think it's important to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my belief and my fear of the Lord keeps me from doing a lot of things that I could do. You know what I'm saying? I say to myself, sometimes people piss me off. Sometimes, man, I be feel like busting them upside their head with a pipe or something. But I'm just saying.
You about busting up upside the head with a pipe?
But I'm just saying. But my fear of the Lord, prevents me from doing a lot of things that I would have did. What's your take?
I don't know. I think you need to go to church until you find the church that fits you, and that might be your journey. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not moving, you're not on the journey to go anywhere. It depends on how hard you're searching for God. Some people not searching for Him. Period.
Right.
But you're not gonna find a church home.
Mm-hmm.
That journey might last for what, 5 or 10 years for you until you find something that actually fits you.
Right.
And you get out that mood of stop saying to yourself, "Well, I'm going to church to get a feeling," because church is not a feeling.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's a feeling. That's why you have all these church. You don't get a lot of words. You get not all churches, but a lot of these churches. You get singers. You get people playing instruments, but you get probably 10% of the words spoken to you.
Right.
They know how to sing and play the piano when it's time for offering.
Yeah.
But all throughout service, you don't get the word.
Mm-hmm.
And the word is the thing that's going to save you. Yeah. That's going to keep you strong throughout the week.
I'm gonna say this plain as day. Like right at the start of the pandemic, I went to the church Sunday when all the churches was kind of like closed. And I went over to the church, and what we were doing, we were wiping the benches and all that down in the church. We was wiping everything down, and a guy came walking through the church. He opened the door and came in the church, and he was like, I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "I'm looking for a minister or something." He said, "I need prayer." He said, "I went to every church," he said, "and the door was closed." He said, I'm worried about my family, and I it's hard for me to deal." And I didn't turn that guy away. We sat up there and we prayed for that man. And he went about his way. He thanked us and went about his way. But some people, like, it just church can mean many different things to many people. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you get up there and you look at, people like to put a face to certain things. And I think most people that are critical of the church, they might look at T.D. Jakes, the Joel Osteens, the ones that's making this major money. But every church is not doing that. Every church is not 501c3 certified. Like we not. We not control. My church is not 501c3 certified. We don't. Everything that we're able to give to people or do, it comes out from our own congregation. You know what I'm saying? We don't depend on government grants and stuff like that. I seen a post on Facebook that says uh, all churches are government ran. They should open their doors for corona patients. And I'm thinking like to myself, like, people just make assumptions on things that they don't even understand. Have you ever ran a church, or do you know how the functions of a church go? If you don't,
If I had a church that was government ran, I still would open up the door for coronavirus patients. Damn, the hospital don't even want to do that. What the hell?
I just, you see so much, and then all the churches want to do is take your money. No, come on, man. You know, I just,
I can guarantee you, the person that made that statement don't go to church. They don't know anything about the Bible. Period.
and that's the bad rep that most people get. Now, I done been to some churches that take like 3 offerings. You know what I'm saying? I done been to some churches that I be like, dang, we're gonna take the benevolent offering, the regular offering, the such and such offering, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you know, like, whoa, I done seen that. Now, people must understand that that uh, that evil can get into anything. It can get into the church. It can get into the liquor store. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just naming a bunch of stuff. It can get into the school system. It can get into every aspect of life. But that don't mean that the whole institution is dead. You know, because you got people that are trying to make a difference. So it just baffles me that how people can quickly misjudge one thing. I don't understand. And those of y'all that's listening out here that got an opinion on that, give us a call. That number is 646-564-9728. You got something else on that, man? Because that baffles me, man. That baffles me to my core. The church should be held to a higher standard of something, but yet you probably the ones that's against the church probably be the ones out there breaking into churches or vandalizing them, or you know, anything. You know, it baffles me that people can hide in the crowd and throw rocks at certain things that they don't understand, and especially they don't like to be on the front line. It's always the person that don't want to be on the front line that is the most critical of everything. That's what killed me. What about you, man?
No, my personal view about that, because I heard that a lot. I heard that a lot. People saying all the churches do is use the community or whatever. And I told you before, I said people they don't ask where the money is going from the weed man or the liquor store. Now all of a sudden, you want to know what the church is doing with the money. Everybody else can use this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying people, they'll go to the bar or the club and stand in line, and it's it's 20 below outside. Stand in line without a problem.
Right.
I haven't seen anybody stand in line to get in a church before. Nobody wants their soul to be saved. Nobody's trying to get closer to God, but you will stand in line, get to the front of the line, get charged $20 to go in, and then don't even ask where's the money going.
Right.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. Because like easily, I remember earlier days, man, in my life when I was drinking and stuff. Man, I could go to a club easily every weekend and spend $300 towards
easily
clubbing and drinking.
Because you got to pay to get in, you got to pay for parking, you got to pay for the begging woman. Like, you ain't gonna buy me a drink, buy my girl a drink too. Buy something to eat, all that bull crap. You could have took a vacation.
Right.
Let me ask you this. In Detroit, how many bars and clubs have been shot up, and people went back to that club or bar the next weekend.
All the time. All the
What if it was really ghosts? Like you got murdered inside the bar, and your spirit is caught inside of that bar.
Hey, hey, that
And every weekend they playing hip hop music, and you just walk around, boo. And there's somebody drunk to my man. I just saw something.
say your soul forever trapped in a club atmosphere, huh? But
Hey man, my soul trapped at Legends.
I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Right.
but
Soul Night at Legends.
but you know that's the thing to me that I take it very very personal because like I said, uh, since I opened the church back up, we haven't asked the community for a dime. You know what I'm saying? When they wanted to throw they little have they little block clubs at the church, we didn't charge a dime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it is just one of those type things because the church is supposed to be for the community. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit back and think that the church, just because you come in there and be like, oh, I need $200, like the church supposed to go in they fund and be like, okay. And then what if 1,000 people came in and said, oh, we need $200? The church will go broke. You know, the church got to be, like I said, alone, like to heat my church alone, the bill be like sometimes $500 to $600 a month. So it's like the church do got they little expenses. So it's like, what do we do? Not that I really worry about it, because I know most people are just gonna be critical of the church anyway. But I know the good that some of these churches are out here that's doing, and don't blame it on the building. It's the people. It's some of the people that take advantage of what it is, and they gon' and I my honest belief is that God is gonna take care of them people that's doing wrong in His name. So I just really don't understand fully what people are talking about. I really don't subscribe to it. Wait a minute, what is it? Okay, I hear you, cuz. Love you too, man. Yeah, that you got anything else on that? What was the worst? What was the worst that you had in church? What was the worst moment you had in church where you felt like that church was the wrong church?
I think that was about. You know what? I got a couple of them. Okay, I got one moment with I had the pastor used to ask for offering like 4 or 5 times,
What?
and whatever he was talking about, I had no idea. He had a Cadillac with bull horns on the hood.
Mm.
Then I went to another church with this chick. I ain't gonna even say with this chick. We went to our church a couple of times. I can tell you, I can't tell you what he was talking about because he was talking about absolutely nothing. For real.
And like I said, with me, it's and most people too that go to church, they let the pastor dictate whatever is being preached to them and said. Especially you supposed to know the word for yourself in order for you to stay sharp. You know what I'm saying? To
Mhm.
to make sure
It took me a long time to find a church home. A long time. My daughter was like 1 year old.
that's how Jim Jones was able to just grab all them people. Especially if you know your word. If you know your word like you knew it, you know that this. you don't lead by that. I heard that man was beating and sexing people up even before they got over there to Jonestown. So
What about the pastors that like in Africa, they're telling women
oh yeah, all that weird stuff. Suck my penis to all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's that crazy.
that's when you let somebody else interpret the word to you, because the pastor is supposed to be that's supposed to be his flock.
And see,
Well, he's preaching to his flock, and what you're supposed to do is get preached to. Go home, study the word, and so you will see what he was talking about. He knew what he was talking about. But a lot of people, they'll take his word for it. They don't study, the word that was preached to them.
mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh yeah.
That's how it's supposed to go.
But you supposed to be equipped, because the whole thing is
No, you can't be equipped.
Yeah.
Just say you're brand new to the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're brand new. You know nothing about the word at all. So somebody's preaching to you. You're not going, and they're not going home and reading what he just talked to us about today.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people aren't doing that. They just hear him preach, and they leave it right there. And if you do that, you can't live your life by the word if you're doing it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible.
That's crazy. But to each his own. Like I said, it's just
Man, you done turned this into the church show or something.
no. It's just a conversation that really got me. So I mean, we could switch to the next topic. I know you don't want to get because we got 10 more. No, we got 13 more minutes to talk about. Okay, but the next topic is have you eased up on some restrictions you had during the pandemic? Do do you feel a little bit more comfortable, or are you still at that same level of caution that you were when we first went into this pandemic?
No, it made me more cautious. I don't like people walking up on me, brushing up against me. I pay attention to things a little more than I did before. Like the cashier, she was handing out money with no gloves, no mask, or nothing. And I said, "What the hell is going on?"
That's your favorite saying. What the hell?
You know what I start. I was thinking about her today. I said I should go back up to that store and bring her some gloves and a mask, because there's no way she should be up there like that. They should send her home for the day.
You know what? I got a little bit nervous today because I actually had to take my son to urgent care today.
Why is that?
He had a little burn on his leg, and I thought it looked like it was a little bit infected, and so I had to take him up to urgent care, and we were so nervous. I was so nervous up in there. I was like, man, this is crazy. So he had his mask on. I had my mask on, gloves and all that stuff, but they relatively got us in and out. It wasn't really nobody in there but the staff and stuff, and we got in there and got out of there. They gave him some antibiotic and all that stuff, and we got up.
You know what I would have did? I would have pulled up to the front, like, go in there and check. Tell the doctor to check you out.
What?
I would have pulled up to the front, made him get out and check himself into the hospital.
Man, what is wrong with you, man? But like I said, I think I'm gonna always be a little bit cautious what's going on, because I don't trust all the information that we're getting during this time. So I saw a New York doctor talking on Facebook, and he was like something about even if somebody cough in the air, he said you would have to be in it 30 minutes, be in that exposed area for like 30 minutes to get infected. He said something about the hospital he in, they're a major trauma unit, but they done converted strictly to COVID patients. And so we steady hearing different things, about this epidemic, this virus. But I truly don't trust all the information that is coming back and what we're
Man, you don't know. This stuff is, this disease is new. How do we know?
Yep, I'm just, you know what I'm saying. I
Man, I don't listen to nobody. How about that? I say, hey, stay away from me. I heard you can get it if somebody blink too fast.
You said if somebody what?
Blink too fast. Like, I'm like, oh man. His eyelashes is spreading that coronavirus.
And then you heard said the eyelashes. Yeah, I saw some talk about cats got it, dogs got it.
No, today I heard that at the zoo, where's that at? It's North Carolina or something? Or LA.
The tiger.
The zoo animals are contracting the coronavirus. And a tiger died from it.
See, and then I'm hearing, the you get it. If somebody got the coronavirus and passed gas, all kinds of crazy stuff you hear.
I ain't heard no crazy stuff like that, man.
I saw it. I saw something crazy on Facebook about it.
Somebody just farted, you be like, hey, somebody farted, he trying to kill everybody. Oh man, that'd be terrible. Fart vapors. Oh man, somebody passed. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So
like you just imagine being out here. You like, oh somebody they let a bomb off of here.
Right, you silly, man.
Like you smell that, man. We all about to die. If you smell it, you can die from it.
But you know what? What can you do? What do you, let's see lately? What do you trust with information wise? What do you trust?
I don't know. My mind's still stuck on that. You talking about somebody said it's in a fart. That'll kill everybody.
So you don't know what you don't know what you trust so far?
Nah, man, because it's fairly new. This disease, they'll say one thing 1 minute, the next minute they'll say something else. They're telling people to drink Clorox bleach. I think you got to use your common sense.
Yeah.
If your common sense tell you it's okay to drink some bleach because President Trump said it, told you to, I think you need to die.
Dang, for real?
Yeah.
Dang, why you gotta die though?
I don't know. If somebody that'll drink some bleach, they dumb enough not to wear a mask and spread disease. They don't need to be on this earth. How about that?
I don't know, man.
I'm saying that anytime Lysol and Clorox bleach need to make statements to tell people not to drink bleach, something's wrong with your brain. And you crazy. You off. I don't need no off people around me. How about that?
Man, hey. But I think I don't think that Donald Trump is as stupid as he letting on. I think he doing this stuff for a show. I think he.
Oh, you think he told people to do that for show?
I think he doing all that for.
I believe he actually believed what he was saying. And he wouldn't do it himself, but these stupid people that elected him,
Mm-hmm.
they are listening to that bull crap. Tell him, Trump. Tell him, Trump. All you gotta do is drink some bleach.
I don't know, man, but hey.
I said, like some of the things that he have said and done since he's been president. If Obama would have did that, somebody would have tried to blow him up.
Yeah, but to each his own, man. I can't call it, man. It to each his own, dude. I just don't think it's just the timing of everything. Especially, people gonna be more scared to go to the polls, even though we don't vote the president or nothing. But it's gonna be something that scare people from being. It's just the timing of everything, just kind of like throw off. You know.
Yeah, because they're controlling the weather right now.
You said what?
They controlling the weather right now.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that one right there. I'm gonna let you have that one. But man, anyway, man, I wanna get into our main topic for the day before retardation really start going on, man. I don't know what's wrong with you, dog. I try to.
You don't know what's wrong with me. What's wrong with you?
I try to work with you, but hey.
Hey man, I sit here and then try to have a conversation with you in third.
Hey,
I'm like y'all from a different planet.
Hey, you gonna let me announce the topic or what, man? You just gonna talk? Hey, listen, the topic for today. Damn, can't even get a word in. Jesus. Our topic for today is: what are some of the negatives in relationships that shouldn't be overlooked? Sometimes we look for love at any cost. Most people are so desperate to be with someone that they would accept anyone or any kind of treatment. Some people figure, hey, in everything you're going to have, your positives and negatives. So why not deal with it? What are those negatives in relationships that we shouldn't overlook? What do you think? What was your when you got into it with, like, let's say your horror bag relationships?
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to think of a subtle way, but at the time I was like, hey, I better get this out before I forget. but what was some of the constant things that you the signs or something that you overlooked that you shouldn't have?
Like when their phone ringing at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So what? But you know the difference too in like if it's somebody that it don't supposed to be, you know that difference. What about the second phone? You ever had somebody that had the second phone?
Nah, I always had the second phone.
I don't know, man.
Let me ask you this: if you ever went through this before you was married, you went to go have sex with your woman, right?
Okay.
And then her stuff felt like it's been tampered with, like somebody just been murdering it.
I heard you mention that before. Like David Ruffin. I fool myself long as I can. I can feel the presence of another man.
Oh man, have you?
I just no. I wouldn't say in that aspect, but I felt like mentally you could feel that the person was kind of like checking out a little bit, or I always felt like um, that just something wasn't right. It was
Like
just
some just ain't right.
yeah. You could tell, and that's what killed me with most me and C. Me and we got our little macho thing about us that it's some things that we will admit and some things that we won't admit. Like anybody that kind of like tell me that they ain't never been hurt before or never got dumped or something like that, I don't believe them. I don't believe you. Spell it. I don't believe it. I think we all went through that period. Everybody went through some form of rejection.
Yeah, man. I know I have.
Yeah,
I can remember I was with this girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just had an argument about her sleeping with her trainer, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you messing around with that guy. So she's like, no, I ain't. She just keeps saying she ain't. She was doing little things that was making me think she was messing around with him.
Mm-hmm.
So we was intimate that night. And she feeling on my arms and chest like I had big muscles. And I said, man, what the hell are you feeling for?
So you say you got the wrong man, huh?
Yeah, right.
You stupid, dog. You
This
stupid.
is a true story. Then another girl, um, you know what? I'm not about to put myself out there like that.
No, go ahead, man.
She was just different. She was moving real fast. I was like, what the hell have you been with? She said, why? I said, you don't move that fast. It was different. And I got a big lump in my throat.
I can feel the presence of another man.
And then another one,
Oh, damn. Damn.
she just was smelling funny.
Mm.
She was smelling she had somebody else mixtures up in her.
Yeah. The chemistry. You smell
Yeah, them cakes, them were my cakes no more. Those somebody else's cakes. They got wrapped in something else. Little Debbie wasn't even Little Debbie no more.
Wow.
It was Little Trisha cakes.
you silly, man. But that's the thing though. Like once a woman check out on you, she checks out. See, most men we procrastinate, but once a woman, because a woman she'll endure more than what we'll endure. She'll endure more, but it's still some sucker ducks out there that are men that are hang around. But when a woman is fed up, what's that song? When a woman's fed up, she's fed up. She moving on. When she choose to cancel you out, it's over, Jack. You better believe it. It is over. So I just I think too. I'm trying to think of some things that I overlooked that I shouldn't have. I think stupid statements that people in a statement too. Statements and actions that people did. I'm trying to think of a statement. Whenever I think too, this just my philosophy. When a woman tells you, I got a baby daddy or boyfriend in jail, that's that's something that you should run quick. I know you ran into that a couple of times. When they tell you, oh, my baby daddy in jail or my boyfriend in jail, they not leaving that at all. Man, they not leaving that.
Because he going to get off with them prison muscles. He going to be horny. He ain't had a woman in years.
Yep. And you better check the closet because she probably got clothes waiting on him to get out. Probably done bought him some Jordans and everything, waiting Waiting on him to walk out. My baby can't get out of jail without no shoes and good clothes. And those gonna be the clothes he go to the club on her with to go get some more women. And that's what really be killing me sometimes, man. Why you shaking your head, man? You like
I didn't say nothing.
You reminiscing, dude. What's up, man?
Nothing at all, man.
You was about you reminiscing. Share it with me, man. What's going on over there?
Yes, doctor.
Come on, man.
Nah, just as you get older, a lot of things that I used to put up with, I don't put up with it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily have to see you cheating for me to be done with you. Like, if your actions are different than what I'm used to, it's over. Because I'm not going to wait till my heart get broke. I'm not going to wait until I catch a STD.
So you going to jump the gun even if you don't got solid evidence?
Oh, it ain't jumping the guns. I'm not a crazy man. I don't just accuse people of stuff for no reason. If I have a reason to accuse you, it's time to go.
I can see you jumping out of the chair. I know you want to leave me.
No, I'm talking about it ain't breaking up because I think you're going to leave me. It's breaking up because I think you're doing something else behind my back.
But
and I told you, the women that I had in my past, I never had not one good woman, period. And I had plenty of women. I never had one good woman.
Damn. That sound like a Luther Vandross song or a Tyler Perry movie.
But it is what it is. That's my truth. You know what I'm saying?
What was the? Well, I shouldn't ask you that because I already really know the answer. The worst of the worst situation.
Look, I'm not trying to sit here and reminisce about some bad stuff. How about that?
The worst of the worst situation, man.
Oh, can't do it. It's out of my thought. I'm not about to sit back and think about what was the worst.
The worst.
I'm sitting in the house during the pandemic, and I'm gonna think about the worst relationship I ever was in. Kind of crazy. No, that's crazy.
You could make a movie then.
No, that's a movie I don't want to make, direct, or be in. You crazy?
Are you crazy?
For real.
But look, I'm just saying. I mean, but those things that you could use to help other people, man. That's out here.
Well, I'm not into helping people because I'm not a therapist or a priest.
Let me
help yourself.
Let me ask you this: could you say in any of the bad situations in your relationships that you done had, the bad outcomes? Could you say that you played a part in them?
I don't even think about them. I don't remember my relationships. How about that?
Wow, man, I can't get you to do that. Come on, it's just me and you on here. We ain't got.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's like being on the phone, but with a whole bunch of people listening to what you talking about.
Oh my God! If anybody on here and they listening, that number is 646-564-9728. Press 1 if you want to come and see. And that's how I tell you.
Let me flip the script on you. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there any relationships that you was in? I'm talking about good relationships. And you say, man, if I wouldn't have did this, maybe everything could have worked out right.
Yeah, it was plenty. It was plenty. I think, like I said early, in your younger years, man, I wasn't as mature as I am now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have as much patience then, and then a lot of times too, I was getting into relationships after, like, not even giving myself a chance to heal, and I was getting into relationships, and I was still kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying?
So when you met your wife, right?
Uh huh.
You was healed from your last relationship.
Yeah, cause it was,
How long did that healing take?
man. It, like I said, I would say my relationship between, cause I think it was 2 years between my last relationship and my wife. So it gave me a long,
When I say your last relationship, I'm saying a long term relationship.
yeah.
Right.
That was a long, cause really I didn't let too many women get close to me who I was just seeing. You know what I'm saying? But I had the relationships that I count. What would you count, even when you was dating? You, let's say, for certain, like, your relationships, you had women that you would just let come through every once in a while, and y'all had your thing, and then it was the ones that you actually brought over, and y'all might have lived together for a minute, or like really shared time at each other's space, or was looking. So I think it's important to define a relationship. The types of relationships we talking about.
I don't know. I was never in a relationship, so I couldn't tell you.
Never ever.
Never ever.
I mean, okay, let's just say the person that you had the feelings about.
I didn't look. I didn't have feelings for anybody, especially the person I was with. I was with somebody for a long time, but I didn't have any feelings for her. Period.
So
She could have dropped dead. I would have cared less.
come on, man.
I'm just telling the truth.
Come on, man. At what point you had to?
At no point.
At one point you had to.
At no point. You're not listening to me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Give it to us, dog.
Would you want me to make up something? Yeah, I really did love her. And no, that's not the truth. I didn't care. Ever.
Oh, man, you terrible, dude. Terrible.
I'm not terrible. I'm truthful.
You gonna hold that as the truth?
That's the truth.
Never ever loved no, but never had no feelings. Never got your heart. See, man, you just see you back it up.
You know what? Let me take that back. I had one chick.
See,
I actually loved her. I asked her to marry me.
can I? Can,
Nah, you can't. How about that?
oh man, you know what I was about to do, huh? You already.
Yeah, it is.
you already. Man, you already knocked me. Come on, man.
I'm not your host. I mean, I'm not your guest. You're not gonna sit me in the chair and ask me nothing.
Nothing. Dog, man. People want to know. What's up, Janine? I see you in here. We just we shooting the breeze, man. We getting people to.
I have no memory, no recollection. You can't say. Hey, the funny part, you wanted to, you wanted to correct me like it was funny, and you couldn't say.
No, I was trying to repeat.
Regulation. Oh shit!
Hell. I was trying to repeat what you were saying, and I couldn't.
Repeat it.
Ricky. That's when you know you got the bad of an old man. Now you
I
done
gotta
made me.
write. I gotta write it down. Then say it.
You done messed me up from the word, nah. Oh, but anyway, man. Anyway, man. Just like, okay, let's say this. If you had a son, I know you got your daughter, but if you had a son, because we give our sons and daughters two different types of advice. But if you had a son, what would you tell him as far as look if trying to find a wife or a woman? What would you tell him?
mm, I don't know. I never really thought about that before. But what I know now, you know what I would tell them? Date, son. Before you decide to sleep with somebody, date them. Might not be the woman for you. That's what I believe in right now. Like when I go out with somebody or whatever, I date you. I don't date you because people want to go on a date. I date you so I can talk to you. I want to know how you was raised. I want to know how much you're educated. I want to know what your values are. I want to know what do you have to bring into this relationships other than some sex.
Right. Let's say this. Do you think the large percent of like relationships start off sexual? But let's say what percentage do you think start? Do you think all of them start off sexual and then kind of
They
like?
do. I'm talking about it depends on the kind of guy you are. I'm talking about I got a past. And all my relationships in my past, they all started off sexually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Janine said, "Someone broke your heart. Now the rest of us gotta pay." Laugh.
What's she talking about?
She says, "She said someone broke your heart. Now the rest of us gotta pay."
I'm talking about pay for what? I don't make people pay. Just because I give you that choice to go about your business, if you want to do something else, go about your business. That's how I am right now.
What? You said what?
If you want to do something else, if you want to be with somebody other than me, I'll let you go to them. I don't chase people around. I don't even ask you where you been. Who cares? If you want to do something else, go do it. If I think you're doing something else, I don't mind breaking it off.
So, do you think? Let's say this, but sometimes can you say? I feel what you're saying, but because I've been there a couple of times, but half the time when I thought like that because we don't realize that's a mechanism that we do to protect our heart. That's just a mechanism of insecurity. We call it confident. We call it confidence, but it's still a form of insecurity.
So the way I feel, you feel that's being insecure, right?
Like because with me, remember I told you as far as getting into relationships, as far as when I wasn't really ready I wasn't healed. So that's what I would do. Like for the next person that came along, if I felt like something was going on, and it was simply me still thinking like the last chick did that to me, so I know you did.
No, look, when I say something's going on, I'm talking about like getting phone calls at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not talking about no petty bullcrap.
Okay.
I'm saying if you get 1 2 disappearing without calling for days at a time, you're single. Like if I don't hear from you for 2 days, you single.
Let's just say she did that one time. Would that still constitute?
She did what one time?
One time.
What? I'm saying did what one time?
Disappeared.
She disappeared for 2 days one time.
Yeah.
She's single.
Damn. She sick off that?
What you need to do? What you need? You need for her to burn you? What you need?
You cold blooded, Goldie.
I'm saying, what you need to happen to you? Somebody to call your house? You need banana pudding to come out? What you need?
I'm just saying. For me, it would have to be like not just one thing. It would have to be a series of things.
Look, I broke up with a girl probably about 2 years ago. She disappeared for a couple of days. So I talked to her like, damn, why ain't heard from you in a couple of days? You know what she said to me? Because I decided to go home for the holidays. Or you went home for the holidays. And you don't think you had to tell your man that? Like, look, baby, I'm about to leave. Not that you need my permission. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you.
I said, no, I'm done. She said, what you mean you done? I said, I'm done with this whole relationship. It's over.
Forever, huh?
Forever.
Dang, man, hold on. She said, "How would you know if?" Wait a minute, I gotta look over here because I can't see this. Said, "How would you know if you got a good woman when you keep your guards up? You might be pushing a good woman away and don't even know."
But that's not a good woman doing stuff like that. What is she talking about? I don't want her good A. She can get on.
But I think people are prone to mistakes. I think, even like I could say this. And I think I shared that with you. I think in the beginning, I think even my wife, when we first dated, she did something that kind of threw me for a minute. But I thought, but what I thought, and my thought was like, because she was late for a date, with us, and for me, that was like, I overthought it, and I was like, maybe.
Let me ask you this: when you first started dating your wife, right, and y'all was going together, if she would have disappeared for a couple of days, would you be married right now?
Disappeared for a couple of days?
Yeah.
I can't say that, dog.
So, how could you say I'm being insecure?
Because I'm just saying, you just threw a scenario. You threw a scenario.
That was my scenario.
Yeah, okay, you threw that scenario.
Okay, let me ask you this: when you first started dating your wife, right? If our phone would have rang 30 times at 2:00 in the morning, would y'all be married right now?
There would be hell to pay. I'll be like, damn, for real? That's how.
So, where's my insecurities? I use my common sense. My common sense is saying you're doing something.
So would you leave without explanation?
What explanation do I have to give?
I mean, would you leave without talking about it? Like
There's no need to talk about it.
But what if that was a hairdresser, or you know what I'm saying, or a sick relative, or anything? It could be.
Look, whenever you have to do anything or go any place, you would pick up the phone. You would call your dude and say, "Look, baby, this is going on. I'm all stressed out over here. Let me know what's going on." Something through a text or anything. No text, no phone call, no pop up over my house and tell me nothing. You just gonna disappear? No. This relationship is done.
Okay, let me give you this scenario. Just say for instance, oh, this is a good one too. Just say for instance, she was with some dude, and she broke up with him because she really liked you. She broke up with him. You know, it wasn't working out. But this dude don't want to leave her alone, and he keep calling her, but she don't want nothing to do with him. But he just keep calling and calling. You know. But it just say she told you, but this dude keep calling. Would you leave her for that?
No, I wouldn't have been with her in the first place. So I can't say I would leave her for that because I have a rule. If y'all just broke up, I give you time to heal. If you not, if you know, 2 or 3 weeks is giving yourself time to heal. You're setting yourself up for failure.
What about if it was a couple of months? You know how it is. Some men, they be like, oh, she gonna always be mine. I'm gonna, you know, huh?
I don't know.
See, to give you something to think about because.
Well, because I already know what my answer is. I ain't dealing with you.
Damn, man, you cold, Goldie.
That ain't cold. That's I learned to use my common sense.
You cold, Goldie.
Because I know all my exes. Guess what I can go back and go do? Shit.
All of them?
All of them. But do I want to? Hell no. I ain't never tried to sleep with none of them.
Boy. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. My world just got better just by talking to you, man. The world just got better.
Hey, as long as I can help you, man.
The world just got better. But man, you can't carry on like that though, man. You gotta
carry on like what?
You gotta loosen up some, cause women like Janine, man, they hoping for some good men out here, man.
How you know what Janine wants?
Not wounded.
I'm saying, how do you know what Janine wants?
Not wounded warriors, man.
I said, how do you know what Janine wants?
She say it. She say it all the time out here, man. She ain't looking for no wounded warrior, man. She want a confident man. She want a confident man. Oh! So, but anyway, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning into the Fat Cat Show, man. You know what? One day you gonna meet the right one, dog, and they just gonna change your whole perspective. And you gonna be on this show like, let me articulate. What was the word you was trying to say too?
I don't remember.
we
90 seconds.
We need some brain food somewhere around here. I'm telling you, man. We need to change this to the old man show, or dementia hour or something. But anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Fat Cat Show. Be safe out there. Like I said, don't be like these people in a hurry to get back out here and fall victim to this virus.
60 seconds.
People are still out here dying from this virus, so we definitely still got to be careful, y'all. Nothing but peace, nothing but love for everybody, man. Continue to pray for each other and pray for all the families that's being affected by this virus. I know I am. I pray for my family, and I pray for yours. And enough love to everybody. Yeah, Brandy, you missed it. But we up out of here though, and catch the replay on YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, all the above. And if you want to listen to it on Spotify, iHeart, and all the above platforms. Make sure you subscribe.
10 seconds.
Make sure you subscribe to the Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube. We up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.